Hi, I'm Joe Sullivan. I have 20 years experience in information security, and I work in the Oklahoma City Development Center. People think when they move to the cloud, security is baked in by design, but it's not. And they think moving to the cloud will reduce cost, and it does to some extent. But the problem is that they don't consider security or backup or incident response, so they end up, with their assets moved, but they didn't take into account all these other scenarios that may potentially happen. Stick to your policies. If you don't have policies, right, now's a good time to create those. And policies start with a risk assessment. You understand what your highest level of risk is and implement those policies that reduce the most risk first. You need to have malware defenses in the cloud. If it's a web application, you still need to have malware defenses to keep people from uploading malware. If you're using a virtual machine as a workstation in the cloud, you still need anti-malware protection on there. So when you publish a web app to the cloud or spin up a virtual machine in the cloud, you still need to limit those network services, protocols, and ports. Now, a lot of these cloud providers have made them really secure by design, but the problem we're seeing is it doesn't function the way the user wants it to, so they open up everything and they just assume, well, it'll be okay. That's not the case. You still need to do your due diligence and limit that to just what's needed. This is another popular one that's overlooked. When you move to the cloud, your data is not automatically backed up in most cases. Again, if you're spinning up a virtual machine or a web app, you're still responsible for the backup and retention policies of that. Now, the cloud providers have really made it easy to back those up and snapshot it, but it's not enabled by default in most cases. When you move there, you're not going to get insight into what traffic's happening, what activity, what resources are being used. So you want to use a SIM, something that does logging, monitoring, alerting, you can pump your logs to, or I like user behavior analytics, which actually determines what the baseline is for normal activity. And when you see anomalous behavior, it alerts you and says, hey, I've got this new user logging in that's never logged in before. You should probably look into this.